Hello, and welcome back. Wednesday morning, 9:05, sales video. Stop the music. Thank you. So, I moved the light bar over here. I don't remember if I did that for yesterday's video, but I moved the light bar over here to where it's no longer right here, beaming right in my eyes. I put this back up, mainly because the pictures, otherwise, a good word is, it just made it too busy. And I don't know if with all those pictures is what made the upload speed for most of the videos that had these to be real slow. I doubt it, but I did notice that. And when I want to use text, wherever I want to put it at, with the pictures, it was difficult to find a placing for it because the contrasting of all the different colors. So this is dark, and I could put text pretty much wherever I want. And with the new lighting, it brightens it up a little, not really a whole lot, but a little. Really still can't see the little sparkly gem things that are in here. So, yeah, so this, especially for thrifting poet, I'm missing a word in there. I subbed to her channel. She primarily does clothes. She does a few books and stuff. But uh, I did drop a link to a video when I was talking about this, and I saw the Don McLean CD, and I started singing "Stay, Stay, Day." So this is the background in more fuller glory, if you will, because it has more light. So it was all hand done by someone I know down in Canton 4 years ago. I want to say there's a date somewhere in the back of it on when he painted it, and it was all custom done. He did a lot of just smaller custom work and didn't really do much of any of the fractal wood burning. He did that a little bit, but really got into the acrylic painting and working with acrylic. So to support a local artist, I went ahead and commissioned him to do this, and this cost me $300 because I wanted to support, local artists. So it is fairly large. It's about 4 feet by about 3 feet. I think it's actually 36 by 30. But either way, I did have the measuring tape right here for other purposes, so I can measure and where I need to put all the holes at and stuff for these lights. But anyhow, there's that. As for today, I was going to go far, but then again, I realized I still have those boxes of the big 600 some odd DVDs, so I got to get those sorts situated and sorted by genre. That way, I can get lots of those put up, so I can eliminate those piles or boxes. And 30 CDs and about another 40 DVDs. So yesterday morning, I started with 35 self-similars that I did, and then got 31, say 31 DVDs in between the open, no insert, and all the sealed ones. Those ones are listed and already put away. I started doing this CDs and started getting a little dark. The pictures weren't turning out bright enough. So I could use a brighten tool, but I try not to. I just use natural daylight. And then I did 25 more self-similars, and I will do that because of the sale. And any of the items that I have when I do the self-similars, they have to be listed for at least 3 months, and the view counter has to be 3. And when it's 3, I will click on it, and if it has 4, 5, 6, whatever the amount of views is, basically 4 or 5 or more, it will come down and get repriced. Disc media is repricing by about 5%. So an example would be if it was 5, 6, 7, 8, it'll come down to 5, 4, 3, 2. If it was 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll come down to 3, 2, 1, 0. If it was 2, 9, 8, 7, it comes down to 2, 7, 8, 9. Or if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? So if it's anything else but that, it's typically 10%, if not a little less than that. So it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, and it'll come down to $49.99. mainly because a lot of that book stuff, a lot of the other non-disc media tends to sit around, and I prefer to sell the disc media because, well, it's just easy to store, and it's easy to just get a box, get the stack here, go into the tablet, and just start putting the stuff away. Glasses and frames, those don't take up a lot of room, but books can. So I try to offer a little better prices on those when they come down for pricing, and knowing that I use Terapeak, I'll use the 90-day to kind of get a gauge. But if there's a big discrepancy, let's just say that there's 10 listed and 5 have sold, and the lowest one that sold is 18, but the highest one that sold is 54, and the rest are all within the $20 range, I'm going to go to Terapeak, and I'm going to see if they can actually sell fairly regularly for that high 40s, $50 mark. And if they do, that's where mine goes, in that rough price range. So that's why there's a lot of stuff that I sell that command a higher price for, because I start that price based off of a Terapeak sales history, as opposing to, oh, well, 10 of these has sold for $20 over the past 90 days, when in reality, 80 of them sell for $50, and only 10 have ever sold for that $20 range, right? So that's why I try to command a price to where it keeps it helps bring the value back up for things that otherwise should have a higher value. I'm not really a high numbers, or not really a number aficionado. I am a metrics person, and I will go by the higher average mean, what things are more likely and can go for, as opposing to hurry up and get it out now. That would fall under the realm of sell through. Well, you've got 5 listed and 15 have sold, so that's what, 75% or 750%, whatever the exact number is for that. I'm not that kind of seller. I just want to get stuff that does have a sales history and list it. All right, so this rambling, and now I can actually see my timer. This rambling has gone on for about 8 minutes, so let's find out what's sold. It's not a lot. Another one? No. All right. I will refresh the tablet before I start talking and before I start a video, just to make sure I have everything. There's a number 1 up there. It's like, oh, well, no, it was not. All right. Squeeze Workout DVD, $11, and I got this at Amelia's, which is no longer around because Amelia's always put this tape right there. Amelia's closed this month or last month. Either way. It's Triumphant Mourner, the treasured dimension of Franklin Pierce, fellow U.S. presidents that Pierce have made their mark in American history. The least recognized is Franklin Pierce. The nation's 14th president, Pierce is often overlooked in history. Plagued by misguided ambitions, ill-fated partisan tendencies, alcoholism, family betrayals, and death. And signed by the author. All right, $24. Idle Hand soundtrack, 18. The Essential John P. Key 2-disc CD set, 58. Glass Harp with Phil Kagi. Phil Kagi, relatively local, Kent, where I'm born and raised, Kent, Ohio. Kent State University, so if you're familiar on some bits of U.S. history, there you go, especially that 1960s range. of history. So 20, 25. Last one of these, Halloween, with the slipcover or the insert, $10. Going with that kind of that theme. These two here, $20. So if you're new here, I round up or round down. So this is 2036. I round it down. And these Bolle, now I can look at that light really well, but everything else is pretty dark. These Bolle acrylics sunglasses, 47 or 47.19. So I said 47. And when I send stuff out, especially like glasses like this, and I really don't have a lot of stuff that I need to ensure is relatively clean, but I will try to clean up these lenses and get a lot of that stuff off there. So there's a little bit of marking on this lens right here. Actually, I had somebody return a pair of frames one time because the sunglasses, because the arm had marked scuffs on here. And they said that I didn't describe it accurately. Or no, they said that I sent them broken ones because the arm was touching the lens. I'm like, well, that's a lot of sunglasses. And I got like 3 or 4 pair. I just like, see, these ones do, these ones do, these ones do. They do that. Nothing I could do about that. And they're like, oh, no, you meant to send. So that is, again, 222 in sales and 214 product cost received. If you're new here, when I say product cost received, that's what the person paid. And then if they had to pay any additional tax for any of that or any VATs or anything international, then that is the sales number that I give. So the first one, when I say sales, that's going to be the totality. And the next one, and in most videos where my sales are well over 250, well over 300, I'll put a screenshot at the end. There won't be one for this one. That will show that screenshot, but more with this a little farther down. Right? All right. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be CDs, DVDs, get those listed. Then I can sort through all that other stuff, use the daylight first, and then throughout the rest of the day, start going through all those different DVD sets that I have, or DVD lots that I have there, or the DVDs I need to put in lots. All right, so that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I don't know. I try. Here, I'll show you what you learned. Be nice to stray kitties. These are the cat foods that I buy at usually Pet Supplies Plus. There's more back here. Usually they're anywhere from 50 to 75% off, right? So they get Hills. Stray cats and our cats get Hills, the higher end. Usually I won't buy Purina, but I think those are like 75% off, so they were $15 a bag. This Optum, they could be, well, that one was 25, but still, and I probably used another coupon. Probably got these for like 25 bucks. And then there's blue, and there is a bag of blue in here somewhere. Oh, right there. It's blue. Oh, here comes our other kitty. Drek Tack. Drek Tack. That was Drek. That was Mama Kitty. I'm not going to clip it back on the mount. Where are we at? Let me think of going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. Those are all free. Help me, help you. So we're going to help other people learn about buying physical media and selling it on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.